the University of Pittsburgh Core Admin Billing Training. This training is specifically for core admins or core managers who will be billing for reservations and or request services within your core. The billing process includes a couple steps that will need to be completed before a billing event can actually be created. That first step involves confirming reservations. To do that, we will access the Schedule Equipment tab. And over on the right-hand side below the tabs at the top, we have a Confirm Usage option. Confirm usage. Within the Confirm Usage page, this will be a running list of all the reservations that are waiting to be confirmed and or waiting to be billed. Across the top, there are a few different filters, so you can filter on these different reservations if needed. In the reservation list, there's a few different columns. We can see owner, the start date, the total cost of the reservation, and most importantly, the status column. All these reservations here are valid, which is good, and they can be confirmed. Keep in mind, you may run into an invalid status. Most common invalid would be missing payment information or account numbers on that particular reservation. To confirm reservations, you have a couple options here. You can select all and confirm every single reservation on this page. You can also pick and choose the reservations you would like to confirm as well. Today, we will select the bottom three and click confirm. Depending on the number of reservations that you are confirming, it could take a few seconds. It could take up to a minute, depending on how many you choose. These are in a queued status. Confirming will then mark those reservations and put them into a ready to bill status, and then those will be in the billing tab waiting for that billing event to be created. From here, we will go back to the core by using the back to core link in the upper right. The next step in the billing process, if you do have requests as well, is we will access the VL request tab where iLab took us. This, of course, will be a running list of all of the active or processing project requests that you may have open. What we're looking at here is the status page. As we scroll down, there are a few different statuses that we can see here. When we are ready to complete a request, we will find one that is in processing or the request that is in processing, and you will see a complete button down here. So similar to confirming a reservation, if I click complete there, that will mark that request as complete, as well as any services charges on that request as complete, and put those into a ready to bill status. Once reservations have been confirmed and requests have been completed, we are now able to move over to the billing tab. The billing tab is going to be a running list of all of the billing events that have been run previously. There is filters on the left-hand side to narrow that down if needed. As a core admin or core manager, when you're billing, typically the first step you want to do is click View Charges here. This will go ahead and pull up a list of all the charges, reservations that are in a ready to bill status. This will allow you to essentially complete a step one review. What we're looking for here is if the quantity is correct. Of course, the billing status and work statuses are correct as well. If they are not, you have the ability to adjust those if needed. Also, on the right-hand side, we are looking to make sure we have the proper payment information. So what you'll see here is we have a charge here with a yellow pencil, and we have other charges with a blue check mark. Blue check marks are good. That means that we have the correct payment information. For this one, for example, if you do need to update that payment information or add it in this case, we can click on the dollar symbol there, and we will have the ability to choose the correct account number for internal users or whatever other payment options externals will use. Once I choose that information, we will click Save. The other option on the right, if your core allows you, as a core admin, you can adjust the date. So if you need to backdate a request, that is an option as well. And then you have the ability to delete a charge. This can be used in a case where a charge was entered by mistake or completed by mistake. Keep in mind, if you do delete this charge, it will remove it from iLab completely. And if you do click on it, you will be required to say yes or no that you want to delete that. From here, we will return to core. And next step in the process is to go ahead and generate that billing event. So we will click New Billing Event here. To create a new billing event, we will choose the billing event end date, so the date that you want to run the billing event for. What this means is this will bring any and all charges up and through, for example, here, July 31st. So if you have charges beginning July 1st all the way through the 31st and they are ready to bill, they will be included. The event name is going to be the name of your core as well as the month that you're in. I always recommend putting the year within that event name. The next option is select included charges. The default is all, so what that means is that will include all internal and external charges, and you have the ability to separate those if necessary. Once that information has been updated, over to the right-hand side, we will go ahead and click Review Charges. This essentially is an additional review step. Here, you have the ability to see if there's any invalid charges, the included charges that will be billed for. Again, we're just going to check the columns, make sure everything's in there that needs to be billed for that month. You will see that dollar symbol with the blue check mark again. So if you do need to update payment information at this point, you can do that here as well. We also see a status column. It'll indicate anything that is ready to bill. If anything is missing payment information, it'll still say ready to bill. However, there will be a red flag there. And then you have the actions on the far right column. The little chat bubbles are the communication option. If we click on that, this will allow you to reach out to that particular researcher or user and send a message to their financial manager, PI. You can send it directly to that researcher. Include that message here and click send message. So this could be used in the case if the payment information is missing or needs to be updated, you can send a message directly to them. The next option under actions, we have the exclude charge. So if there is a charge here that you find that you're not wanting to bill for this month, you can go ahead and use this exclude charge option. We'll click that green down arrow. That'll go ahead and exclude that charge from this month's billing event. And below that, we will see a excluded charges dropdown, and this will show any charges that have been excluded. Last step in the billing process for you as a core admin or core manager is to mark this billing event as ready for review. What this will do, this will of course put it into a ready for review status, but it will also notify the organization admins who will then come in, they will review that billing event, and then they will go ahead and create it, which will generate the billing file as well as the invoices.